Are you tired of feeling like your only option is another pill? You are not alone. We live in a medicated world driven by quick fixes and band-aid solutions. And while most of us reach for over-the-counter meds without thinking twice, our bodies were built alongside something much older: plants. Herbs have supported human health for millions of years, long before pharmaceuticals came on the scene. And today I'm showing you how to tap into that natural wisdom with 3 simple, affordable herbal remedies that can help you support your immune system, digestion, and nervous system, all without the side effects. So if you're ready to break free from your medicine cabinet and reconnect with nature's pharmacy, buckle up, sister. This episode is going to change the way you think about healing. But first, let's read the review of the week. This one was from Blackfire59, who said, "Maria delivers very informative information in such a soothing voice." Thank you, Blackfire. I actually understood what she was talking about and really enjoyed her ideas and listening to her. Can't wait to hear what's next. I am so overjoyed to read this. Thank you so much, Blackfire. And guess what? We're back, and this time we're soothing your need to drive to CVS. That's right, my loves. I'm saving you time and gas money today. Are you tired of feeling overwhelmed by health advice, struggling to stay consistent, and craving more ease in your diet and calm in your mind? Then you are in the right place, my friend. Welcome to the Health Habit Podcast. I'm Maria, a nature-loving herbalist, science-obsessed nutrition therapy practitioner, and your guide to holistic healing. If you're ready for simple wellness solutions, nutrition tips, and mindset shifts to help you feel energized, fulfilled, and in control of your health, then brew up some tea or crack open a kombucha, and let's get into it. Before we dive into today's content, I want to quickly mention that in addition to being a holistic nutritionist, I'm also a trained herbalist, and I offer a line of small batch herbal products that I personally craft from formulation to packaging and use with my clients, in my personal life, and sell to the public. So if you're looking for natural support for things like immunity, hormone balance, and sleep, I've got you covered. You can explore all of my herbal remedies at thehealthhabit.net/shop. All right, let's get into the episode. I used to be that person who was like, if I didn't read it in a journal article, then I don't believe it. Science only. I wore it like a badge of honor, but at my core, I have always been a proud tree hugger. So when I started to feel like I was learning all the wrong information during my undergraduate studies, it didn't take me long to find herbalism. If we want to start living a healthier life, we want simple daily habits, create lasting wellness, and build a holistic lifestyle, we need to be crystal clear on why herbalism has a place within our view of health and wellness. We need to fully integrate that idea into our minds. So how this started for me was I really strongly felt that nutrition was the core way to positively transform health. It had to be nutrition. It is the food we eat, which means that food must be a medicine. You absolutely have to start believing and treating food as medicine. Now, at the time, I was getting my undergraduate degree in nutrition and dietetics, and they were taking a very industrialized, a more modern, Western, allopathic approach to nutrition. And a lot of that was regurgitating information that I just didn't truly believe was right. It didn't feel like that was what was going to cause the most positive transformation within our bodies and life. So I, on my own, was like, what makes food a medicine? And I ultimately realized that it's mainly the fruits and vegetables that we are consuming in our diet creating the most health benefit. So there must be compounds within those fruits and vegetables that are causing that positive reaction in the body. So this led me to start exploring phytonutrients, and that very seamlessly led me to plant medicine. Because if the plant foods are being medicine, surely there are other aspects of plants that can also be medicine, right? And the other layer to this, the thing that really starts to like integrate this into our minds, into our perception of health and wellness, is thinking about this from an evolutionary standpoint. So humans have been on this earth for 6 million years. That is a long time, but plants have been there so much longer. Plants have been on Earth for 460 to 850 million years. Hundreds and millions of years that evolution has been occurring for these organisms. Nature has been slowly perfecting and fine-tuning plant chemistry. And then for the 6 million years that humans have been on this earth, we have been evolving alongside those plants. We've been consuming some of them as food. We've been using them as tools. They have become integral to our existence, right? And then if we start to think about pharmaceutical drugs, the production of pharmaceutical drugs began in the 1800s. So that's about 225 years ago. Thousands of years after humans have intuitively, through trial and error, begun to start using plants and minerals as medicine. So although we have done some incredible things with our human minds in those 225 years, we can't even touch the amount of knowledge that nature has over those 400 to 800 million years of evolution. Are we starting to see how the efficiency of plant medicine there's so much potential here? So these plants, all the compounds that they're creating is to help them live longer. But plants can't walk, right? So plants also rely on us. So some of those compounds they have created specifically to get humans and animals to eat them and thus spread their seed so they can continue living and evolving even more. So there's a lot of complex interplay. When we look at a plant, there are hundreds, thousands of different compounds that are at play. And when we consume them, we're also consuming those hundreds and thousands of compounds. And all of those compounds are interacting with our human physiology. When we make a pharmaceutical drug, we're extracting a couple of those compounds that we think with our human minds are the best, and then forming them into a drug. The other layer of this is we're putting other things into that drug as well. So there are potential additives, colorants, artificial flavors, and a lot of these additives have been found to have really negative health consequences. So we have this drug that we're creating with our modern mind, thinking we're going to do a better job than hundreds of millions of years of evolution. And then we're potentially putting things in it that might not be the best for us because, one, we maybe don't know better, or two, we're out there to make money. We're creating these drugs so that we can make profit, right? So these are the two layers that at least got me curious. Maybe there's something to this herbal remedy stuff, right? Maybe there's something here. So I hope that you're following all of this and that has stirred some stuff up within you. Because I want to pivot and think about what are the most purchased over-the-counter medications and how could we potentially swap those things with simple remedies. And today we're talking about just 3, but there are so many different swaps that we can make, and I definitely plan on doing future episodes on this topic. So the very first herbal remedy that I truly believe should be in every single home is immune herbs, specifically ones that stimulate the immune response. There are also herbs that can be taken over the long term to slowly strengthen the immune system. These are so helpful, but when we're really thinking about it, we're probably going to grab these remedies more when we're sick or have been around somebody that's sick. So we're going to leave that for a later episode when you're more like down the path. Like you're ready. Like we want the daily, long term, what's the word I'm looking for? Preventative. We want that preventative care. So immune stimulating herbs or immunostimulants. These can be used instead of Mucinex, pain and fever relievers, and cold and cough remedies because they are stimulating the body's natural response. Okay, when we think about like congestion or like those runny noses and mucus we produce in our lungs, that is our body trying to do its job. So by taking an immune stimulant, we're telling the body, yeah, do more of that. We want to get this pathogen out. We want to start getting better. So we're taking this remedy, increasing our immune response, and thus potentially getting over it quicker. As compared to when we're taking something like Mucinex, we're stopping the body's natural process. Again, we're thinking that we are doing a better job than, in this case, 6 million years of evolution. So another layer to this, why make this swap? A lot of it is because of the side effects. So the most popular pain and fever reliever is ibuprofen. This is a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. It's called an NSAID. And NSAIDs are essentially reducing the inflammation response in the body. That can be really helpful, but pretty much every single plant on Earth also has anti-inflammatory capacity because inflammation makes systems less efficient and thus the plant can't live as long. So it has to create anti-inflammatory properties so that it can live longer. And we do the same thing within our human bodies. But when we take NSAIDs, this can result in stomach irritation and it can overwork the kidneys. This especially comes into play when you're taking these things often. And again, the fever response is a natural response in the body. So there is a time and a place where you need to stop the fever response, but that's your body trying to cook out the pathogen. We don't necessarily want to stop the body from doing its job. We want to help it do its job better so that we can get better quicker. The second swap that I would love to see in more homes is instead of using antacids, grabbing herbal bitters. These are so helpful for promoting digestion, supporting the liver, skin health, and also just helping with like bloating specifically. All right, cool. So herbal bitters have a similar effect in the body to antacids, but why make that swap from antacid to herbal bitter? Main reason is most antacids contain aluminum. Now, there are issues with this, but today we're just going to talk about the fact that aluminum binds phosphate. So phosphate or phosphorus has important action within the body, including the fact that it is part of the bone matrix. So what happens is that when we have these antacids, we're decreasing phosphorus absorption. And this is going to cause more calcium to be excreted by the urine, and thus can cause a negative calcium balance in the body. This is especially the case when you are having a low dietary calcium intake or you're using antacids often or in high doses. And this chronic use can thus negatively impact our bones. It can cause issues with electrolytes, the electrolyte balance, which can impair kidney function, and it disturbs mineral metabolism. They can also reduce the absorption of iron and folic acid by affecting the pH in the stomach and intestines. So antacids, as a summary, they are going to decrease absorption of phosphorus. This can cause issues with our calcium. It's going to decrease absorption with iron and folic acid, two other nutrients that our body needs it, and this can impact bone health, kidney function, electrolytes, and mineral metabolism. Now, the third swap that I would love to see more people incorporate into their life and home is nervine teas. So what is a nervine? Nervine is a group of herbs that support the nervous system. Now, in a nutshell, the nervous system pretty much regulates every single thing that happens in our body because it's our brain, right? The nervous system is how our brain communicates with our body. So we use it all the time, every day, for everything. And a lot of the times in our modern world, our nervous system gets very overworked. I mean, we're always focusing on productivity, we're stressed, we're doing all the things. This is putting a lot of stress on our nervous system. And we're seeing a lot more anxiety and like depression in our world. And nervines help with both of those things. They are supporting the nervous system, just overall health. They can help to stop stress and anxiety, can help support us through depression. So there are so many benefits here. So before we jump to using an anti-anxiety drug or a drug to help combat our depression, we can try incorporating these herbal allies, these nervine remedies, to gently support our mood, nourish our nervous system, and just generally improve our overall well-being. So you see why this is a really potent switch. So let's wrap it all up. The three things I would like to see in every single home is a nervine tea. Just a tea that supports our nervous system and uplifts us. Other one is herbal bitters. We can take this when we have heartburn, when we're feeling bloated, to support our digestion and our liver and our skin health. And then the third one, which is the first one I talked about, is an immune boosting remedy, an immune stimulant blend that we can take when we're starting to feel sick, or if we've been around somebody that's sick, just to boost our immunity and help us to heal faster. So those of you that have listened to a couple of my episodes already, you know that I like to end every episode with a homework assignment. One thing that you can do, having heard all this information, having considered things in a different way, what can we do to improve in this area? So your homework for today is to pick one of these 3 herbal remedies, or if you're feeling really spicy, pick 2 or 3. Go all the way, guys. Your body's going to thank you. So pick a nervous system supporting tea or tincture. Grab yourself an herbal bitter or an immune boosting tincture or tea. And then just start experimenting with them. I hope the thought of incorporating these herbal remedies into your life has you pumped up and smiling. If you are ready to get rolling and get these into your home, I have personally crafted 3 products that perfectly align with everything that we have talked about in this episode. Each one is designed to work with your body, not against it. My Immune Boost Tincture is going to help strengthen your immune system from the inside out. It features 2 strong immune stimulating herbs to activate your natural defenses so you can skip the cold meds and support your body naturally. The second is my herbal bitter formula. Instead of reaching for the antacid, this formula helps stimulate your digestive fire, easing bloating, sluggish digestion, and heaviness after meals. A few drops before you eat is all that you need to make a huge difference in your digestive and liver and skin health. Now, I will be honest, this one is not going to taste like candy, but you do need to taste it to get all the benefits. This formula blends dandelion and burdock root, 2 powerhouse herbs known for supporting the liver, detox pathways, and just all the goodies. And then the third thing is my Just Chill and Smile tea. This is a nervine tea that is your nervous system's new best friend. It's calming without being sedating, perfect for daily stress support. It's just so uplifting and grounding. I know that you're going to love it. It features St. John's wort, which is notorious for helping with mood, lemon balm, tulsi, and hawthorn, all of which work together to soothe your nervous system, lift your spirits, and open your heart space. It's a perfect daily ritual. So I hope you love it. You can find all 3 of these on my herbal shop at thehealthhabit.net/shop. And each one is crafted by hand, by me, with whole herbs, no isolates, fillers, or weirdness, just what your body can recognize and use. If you have questions about which one is best for you to focus on first, feel free to message me. I love helping you choose the right support for yourself. Hello, beautiful human. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned something new and felt inspired or blessed. If so, please take a moment to share this with a friend who's also working to improve their health and wellness. And leave me an honest review on Apple Podcasts. It lights me up to know that this podcast is helping you. Now, go get some sunshine on your skin, and I will meet you back here on Saturday morning for another episode. Bye!